What's up, bro boys? My name is Zaire. Welcome back to another video. In this video, I'm gonna be trying to get some clout by jumping on a trend early. I'm gonna be looking at the first episode of Hanna, season 1, episode 1. I don't know how often they do this, but Amazon Prime has done a thing where they drop the first episode and they're gonna drop the rest of it later. I guess this episode serves as a pilot. I'm actually kind of glad it's not called pilot. I don't know. I just don't like that. But yeah, I'm gonna talk about it. This whole video is gonna have spoilers for episode 1. It's not like there's any wild plot twist I'm gonna spoil for talking about what happens in episode 1, because I guess at least 37% of me making this video is whether or not I think you should begin watching it, which would include some of the reasons, and the actual content in the episode would be part of that. So basically, in the first episode of Hanna, we are introduced to our protagonist, the young Slav girl, Hanna. That's a shocker, whatever. In the beginning, this dude breaks into some weird hospital-looking facility in the middle of nowhere and takes a random baby. Yeah, that one was kind of weird. I guess I figured out that it was probably his kid or something, but he really just busted up in that room and looked around for 30 seconds and was like, there she is. And I don't know, a lot of babies be looking real similar. I mean, he could have grabbed anybody's baby. But also, I don't know exactly what the babies were there for, but I mean, I'm just gonna assume it wasn't anything good. So yeah, that's that. They're trying to dip, and the mom gets killed. This is in the first 5 minutes of the episode. That's barely a spoiler. They're trying to dip, and the mom dies. So the dad takes the daughter and runs 60 miles into a forest, and they just live there. They live there for 15 years, as it says on the screen here. It kind of goes through a little montage of well, it doesn't do a little montage, but it just kind of shows you what's happened, that he's trained Hanna to. It says incredible killer and hunter, but the killer part's kind of that's a stretch, and really it's just an offshoot of hunter. Really, she's just a hunter. He taught her how to shoot, gut animals, and, track things. She's a hunter. I mean, I guess you could use that as a skill to maybe kill people, which she does. One person in episode 1. Yeah, I guess what I like about this is we know that she's special in some way. She has, I guess, this sort of sixth sense type thing where she kind of, it doesn't seem super useful, but she says there are 3 machines coming 10 seconds before you can actually hear the helicopters, which is, I don't know, it's a little, I guess it's useful, but if that's the only thing that makes her special, that's kind of whack. I assume it's a little bit more than that. We got a deep, the second thing we have is a deep government corruption type beat where we got some CIA, I think they're CIA blokes doing shady stuff like they tend to do, doing stuff off books and weird experiment stuff, killing people to keep people quiet and all that jazz. I think my favorite thing is how they set up Hanna to be explored as a character from a psychological standpoint rather than a physical standpoint, because I think something that makes female characters in cinema less interesting many times is that they tend to focus so hard on the physical differences that we don't really get to see as much psychological development. And we are going to see a lot of psychological development here because she pretty much lived alone just with her dad for 15 years, and she's 16 and has no actual idea of what the world's like. So if they do that, I'm really looking forward to watch that. I'm really looking forward to seeing how they deal with that, because if they deal with that, if they do it well, I think it's going to be super, super interesting. So yeah, I'd give this first episode pretty much what IMDb gives it. I'd actually give it a little bit higher. I'd say I'd give the first episode an 8.5 out of 10. Definitely something I'm going to watch. Definitely something I'll probably review. I think if you're a viewer, I think you should probably give this a try as well. It is a little bit more action-driven than drama, I think. But I think that, I don't like the term action, but, there's good plot here. There's good plot. And I think that sums up most of the video. So